Hi everybody, and welcome to my first video on this channel, which is my very first manga haul. I just got my final package in the mail from rightstuf. They separated my order for some reason, so I have this package and then I have a bigger box down beside me. I haven't opened them because I've been waiting to open it on camera, and since the big box has finally gotten here, I'm going to open them right now. I ordered... How long was the order? It's been a complete month since my stuff shipped. So I ordered it and then it took maybe, I think, almost 2 weeks for it to actually ship. And then once it shipped, it's taken a full month for it to actually arrive on my doorstep. And I do believe a lot of that has to do with UPS. They sent my packages through UPS Media Mail, and they have been on the struggle bus ever since COVID hit, honestly. So here we go. I am still expecting a box from Amazon, so that should be here tomorrow, and I'll probably film that clip as well. So, it comes in wrapped in paper. Lots of paper. And I have Sailor Moon Volume 3. I only own the first Sailor Moon book, and that is my, I guess, the only manga that I own up until now. I decided to start collecting it because I love Sailor Moon and I've loved it since I was a kid, it meaning the series. But yeah, it's in good shape. We got some smooching, but it's in good shape. I have no bends or tears or anything. As you saw, it was wrapped really well. Next, I have the big guy. So I'm gonna need to adjust the camera a little bit. Hold on. Okay. If you hear noise, my neighbors are outside doing stuff, so please excuse me. What did I just knock over? So I have a paper on top, and wow, I gotta raise you up to see this. It's in just like this. Very neat, and hopefully nothing is bent on the inside. Let's see. So I'm just going to pull them out of the box as I grab them. The first, 4 volumes of I Hear The Sunspot. I actually read this online first and I liked it a lot, so I just went ahead and purchased the whole series. And it has come in great shape once again. I'm so happy about that. I have... I hear, I don't know what order it goes in, honestly. I Hear The Sunspot Limit 2 and Limit 1. And as you can see, they are also in fantastic shape. And then I Hear The Sunspot Theory of Happiness. So yeah, and this is what they look like all together. I was actually not expecting these to be so short. I thought they were going to be a little taller, but that's okay. Next I have Orange, and as well as Orange Future. Orange 2, the second complete collection volume, was out of stock and I can't find it anywhere. It wasn't on rightstuf. It's no longer available on Amazon, and it wasn't on, what is that other manga site? I don't remember what it was called. They didn't have it either, so I was fearing that it was going out of print. But rightstuf does say online that they're expecting more in stock. So hopefully that comes soon so I can get the second complete collection. It took a long time to get here, but I am so happy with the quality of how these were packaged. Next, I have 7 Days, Monday through Sunday. I actually watched this live action a few years ago actually, and I really enjoyed it. I had no idea that it was based off of a manga though. So when I found out that it was, I decided to buy it. So yeah. Looks really good. Next, I have 5 centimeters per second, and I kind of bought this on a whim. The synopsis sounded like something interesting to me. You can pause that if you want to read the synopsis. And yeah, since it was all combined into this one, I figured I would get it. It should be a nice, easy read. And yeah, I like it. It looked really, really nice. Next, I have Voices of a Distant Star, which, if I'm not mistaken, this is the only book. It's not a series. It's just kind of a one-off. Here's the synopsis if you want to read that. I don't know. I like futuristic sci-fi novels, so I wanted to give a manga like that a try. And again, it looks really nice. No bends, no tears, rips, none of that. Next, I have 5 volumes of Idle Dreams, and yes, they're out of order right now. Let's see, 4, 6, 5 is on the way. I had to get it from Amazon because by the time I placed my order, it was no longer in stock on rightstuf. But here we are. This is volume 1. I like the idea of, she's an older woman, and I believe she got sent back in time to be either 15 or 16 to try and achieve her dreams of being an idol. I don't know how she went back in time. I don't remember, but here's the synopsis. It sounded like a fun read, and they're pretty short. Lots of manga. I feel like this is like average size for one, and it sounded interesting, so I was going to give that a go. So I have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, volume 4, volume 5's on the way, and then I have volume 6. Next, I have Your Name, volume 1. I did have all 3 volumes in my cart, but by the time I placed my order, the other 2 volumes were no longer in stock. I know this is also a film. I do want to watch the film, but I wanted to read the manga first. I actually don't know which came first, the manga or the film. This is so far the only book that has had little bends and tears here, and it's very minimal. Everything else looks quite fine, actually. Lastly are my Sailor Moon volumes. So I showed you volume 3, here's volume 2. I already own volume 1, that was the first and only manga that I owned. Here's volume 2. I have volume 8. Sailor Neptune. I have volume, which volume is this? Here's volume 6. I'm trying to go in some sort of order. Volume 9, volume 10, and volume 12. And all of these came in gray shade. As you can see, they are all perfectly brand new. But this one actually is a slightly different color. If you can see that, if you see how the rest are white and this one is like yellowed, which is very strange to me because they're all brand new. You can see that one's yellow. So I'm assuming that one must have been like in the warehouse for a while or something. I'm not sure why the pages have already yellowed, why the book itself has already started yellowing. That's interesting. I'm not upset about it or anything, but I do think that's weird. And if it continues to bother me, I'll probably just order a fresh book from Amazon. But everything is still legible. It's not too yellowed on the inside. So this is my haul. Thank you all for watching. I am excited to get reading. This is my first ever manga haul and I'm so excited about it. I know I've said that like 50 times already, but I am super excited to get into manga. I'm not someone who was ever really into manga and anime growing up, but I just loved the few that I loved, which was like Sailor Moon. I occasionally watch Digimon and One Piece every now and then, but if it wasn't Sailor Moon, I wasn't watching it. But now that I'm really giving it a try and seeing that there's a lot of genres out there and not just big busty girls with upskirt shots and violent graphic men and boys, I'm glad to learn that there's more. And this channel is going to be my journey in manga. So thank you all for watching. Goodbye.